Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Boiler Room, watch list, pre-market talk, show, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. Anyways, so let's get cracking. We're going to wait for a few people to get in here. So right now, the overall market is gapping down a little bit. It looks like, yeah, overall market's down about $3 a share right now. So it might, the market might kind of be a little bit tricky today. It might give you a little bit more trouble, which is okay. Not a big deal. But anywho, PJC halted. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to start sharing my screen to you so you can go ahead and take a look at some of the stocks that I am watching. Only have really a few options for longs unless something else sets up here. Yesterday was a crazy day too. Alrighty, 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. Alrighty. Still watching DCIX. I mean, it's on my screen, so I'll talk about it. Don't really recommend anybody else trading it. It's really low volume, but it's probably going to continue fading to the downside. So I already have a short position I held overnight. Hoping it breaks 10, kind of fades out down to 8. So we'll see about that. But anyways, DCIX still on short watch. All right, so my first long play that I'm considering looking at today, if it holds up, which it doesn't look like it's about to anymore, is FRTA. FRTA had good earnings. They gapped up. If you look at the daily chart, you'll see, and this is the 1-year day chart. If you look at the daily chart here, you'll see that FRTA completely filled its gap, right? So it gapped down here, and then if you draw a line across, you'll see that it basically completely filled the gap. Oh, not that. All right, so if you draw a line across, you'll see the FRTA filled its gap fill right there. So in order for it to really go higher, it's going to have to break out of $8 over its previous high of day. So it really has to get over $8. For those of you, so anyways, FRTA potential long over $8. So let me go back here to the 1 day, 1 minute. So if it breaks over $8, as you can see there where I drew that line, it has to get over $8 to continue going to the upside. If it doesn't get over $8 today, don't expect to take a long. It'll probably continue to keep coming down. Mark, try refreshing your computer or the browser you're using. So that was the first one. Then I was also looking at Roku for a long. Roku is a $20 stock. Roku could potentially be good. It had great earnings. It went up significantly. But it's only going to be good over $25. $25 is a pretty big resistance area. Over this 25.54 area is where it really needs to get up to, okay? Now, what's that? Sage, S-A-G. I'll look at that here in a second. So again, this could be a really good play over 25.54, but you also have to think about it. Roku had such good earnings that the price gapped up so high that it's possible that people are going to take their profits and this thing is going to end up dumping out of the gates. So I do foresee it dumping out of the gates if people take their profits, which is going to set up for a good reversal or bounce entry. Where is that reversal or bounce entry going to be? It's too hard to determine that right now, but most likely, and here's another thing to look out for, is this peak right here. It's holding up right there pretty well. That's its old pivot point. So from here across is its old pivot point. You can see the price right now is kind of just holding up right on that line. So if it holds that line and it doesn't break below, it could still be setting up for a good long position. We'll just have to wait and see. But, if there is going to be a bounce play, the bounce plays are going to happen most likely on the the whole dollar marks for this stock. So 21, 20, 22, and so far. Yeah, Tommy, it appears that most people will take their profits on Roku. So there's probably going to be a bounce play rather than a long play. So that was the first one to watch. WTW was the one I put on watch for a short yesterday. If any of you guys shorted, I said short below 50, ended up cracking 50 and going down $5 a share, or actually $6 a share. So even at 100 shares short, you would have made $600 yesterday. If you held all day, that is, for the most part. All right. So this is going to be a big play today, I think. I think there's going to be a lot to work with on here. Let me remove these drawings. So WTW, right? Let me change this out. So WTW, right, had this huge doji day. This is why I recommend it. It had a huge doji day. If it broke below 50, short it, it came down $6. Now it's right on this 50-day moving average. This is a extremely good support. As you can see, you got support all along this 50-day moving average, and it always holds up. So it's possible that today, if the price shows any sort of signs of wanting to go up, thanks, Earl, appreciate that, brother. So again, if this one shows signs of wanting to go up, short sellers will probably cover their position, causing a squeeze. So it could have a nice little pop in the morning for a few bucks a share. If it continues down and it breaks through $44, if it breaks through $44.40, $44.30, it'll probably continue all the way down to about $40 a share. So it could be setting up for another good short play. And fresh pair, reverse splits are always a bad thing. Reverse splits means the company is bad, and they're doing that to pretty much stay afloat. They're never a good thing, but good plays can sometimes come out of them, but essentially they are bad. Okay, so that's WTW. So WTW, potential short if it breaks 44, and potential long if shorts get squeezed this morning and maybe breaks back up above the $45 mark. FRTA is on watch for a long over $8. Probably won't happen. Okay, something else just popped up on my scanner. Let me take a look. Okay, that's nothing. That stock's trash. KBFS. What is that stock? Let's see. Hold on one second, guys. Alrighty, guys, and here you go. KBSF. This one is most likely going to be in play today. It went from $2, $3. This is the one I'm going to recommend a lot of people watch to play. It's going to be extremely risky. There's no doubt about that. The stock will be extremely risky to play today. It's going to be going all over the place, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be plays to be made. So it went from $3 to $15. It's found a solid support off of its 100 moving average right here, okay? Right now, we want to see it put in a new low and confirm that it's on an uptrend. So it has to pull back here very soon, and then it's hard to say the entry right now because there isn't really one. But over $12 could be a potential entry, right? Over $12 can be a potential entry for the stock. So keep KBSF on watch, guys. KBSF, keep it on strong watch. There's a high probability that this thing will do pretty good. Ken, Howard, Rain, Calderon, I have videos on which moving averages I use. So again, KBSF is probably going to be a very big candidate to look out for today. There's a high probability that this is going to be in play today. Okay, guys, this is going to be on this is going to be like my main watch today. Okay, so what's going on with this? Does it even have news? No, it really doesn't have. It does have some news there. So it has some recent news. Yeah, it looks like they're having to do something with Bitcoin right now. Yeah, pretty so I guess look, they have something to do with Bitcoin right now, and they're just surging like crazy. Okay, so it went up super high. People shorted the stock down. Now momentum is picking back up to the upside. So definitely watch this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing ramps up and hits $20 a day. It wouldn't be very shocking. Okay, so be very careful trading this. There's probably going to be some halt plays. It's probably going to get halted, and trading will get stopped. Um, Okay, yeah, Frank. I mean, I didn't really read it too much, but okay, yeah, that might be the case. It may not have anything to do with Bitcoin. I didn't really read it. I just took a quick glance at it. Um, yeah, gotcha. So let's look at the daily chart on this. The daily probably won't show much because it's so bad. But yeah, so look at this, right? It has reached a high of $18 before, so this is known to go up, right? But look at it. What does this tell you? This chart tells you that it's known to go up and come right down. So it's possible we're going to see this have another, it's possible we'll see it have a green day. Okay, it is possible to see that. But, so it's possible we'll see have another green day, but think about this wick, right? This long upper wick. That's scary. That tells us that, you know, it's very volatile, and that the price may get rejected once again up towards that $15 level. So be very careful with that. Let's see. So good entry on this. It's hard. Like I said, a good entry is hard to say. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the 1 minute chart. Okay, that's better. Like again, it's hard to say, right? Exactly where the entry is. Because look at, you could do this. You could play the breakout of the previous high of day. The only issue with that is you're going to miss out on $4 till you get there. So if it does end up going to break out of the high of day, you'll miss out on $4. So what you're really looking for is a pattern. It's not really a level. You're looking for a pattern. That pattern is we need this to confirm that it's still in an uptrend. So we want to continue to see it move in the upside direction. We want to see it continue to go up, pull back, go up, pull back, right? And then ideally we want to see it right near a whole dollar mark, like $13, right after a pullback. So then it's at a fresh buy point, and then we can really see the stock squeeze up. Okay, there's no, it's not a gap and go strategy. This is simply a momentum play where it's going up, pulling back, going up, pulling back. So ideally, I think something we could foresee happening is it break out of $13 or $14. But be careful because you could run into resistance at 14.27, 14.20s, and right at $15 with this stop. Oh, yeah, buddy. Let's see. So yeah, I think KBSF is going to be on a strong watch today, for a long and for shorts, guys. This thing is going to move very fast. It's going to be, it's going to be a profitable stock to trade today, most likely. But again, it's going to move very fast to the up and very fast to the downside. Okay. So with that being said, be very careful trading KBSF. This has the potential to squeeze out above $15. It has a yearly resistance at $18. Okay. So that's KBSF. I want to take a quick look back through at all the stocks I mentioned. FRTA is not doing much. It's probably going to end up continuing on the down, to the down direction today. So again, I'm not too crazy about FRTA anymore. Let me take a look at TVIX. TVIX has broken its initial upward trend. Yeah, see, I mean, it didn't even really have a trend. It's okay. But see, it broke through the initial trend there. Now it's kind of downtrending. You can watch it. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not my favorite chart pattern, but I would highly recommend watching something more like KBSF. This will probably have more volume and a better chance to run. So FRTA doesn't look too good. WTW, how is this looking? WTW is holding up okay. Like I said, I could still short squeeze this morning. So WTW there, short squeezing. DCIX is still just messing around, looking kind of weak. What was the other one? Roku. Yeah, Roku looks like it's going to head down, so be careful trading this one today. Probably going to dump out. If you're in the stock, look to take your profits. Probably going to dump out here right out of the gates. But again, you only need 1 or 2 stocks to play. IZEA, I did look at IZEA. I just think IZEA is not going to do anything today. It's like, look at this. It lost all of its volume very early, right after its initial pump. It just lost volume and kind of just traded sideways and a little bit down for most of the day. So yeah, I mean, that's really just it. There's not too much more here that I'm really looking at. Like I said, there's going to be money to be made on KBS or KFBS. Wait, what is it? KBSF? There's going to be money to be made here. Watch that. There's probably going to be money to be made on WTW, money to be made on Roku. So those are really only the ones that I'm keeping on watch. Yeah, so I did look at KSS this morning for a short. It is popping back up. So this is okay. This isn't bad that it's popping back up. It could easily come down, but here's the thing, right? It's going to have to resume this trend. So that trend line I just drawn, it's going to have to break back below that, and then we need to see it break $37 to potentially short it down. OTIC, covered OTIC, not on here. But again, OTIC is one that could have a good day. It could, but right now it's downtrending, right? I mean, the trend is down. It's just barely holding up on this 200 moving average. If you ask me, I think OTIC is going to honestly dump right out of the gates, probably right down to $5 and then maybe even to $4. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk around Sage this morning, SAGE. This is going to be a higher price stock, so maybe you may not want to trade this. Yeah, gapped up to 105, came down. Now it's going back up. Really, I would like to see this thing move back up to the $100 mark and maybe reject the $100 mark, and then I could potentially short it down. But I'll keep it on watch for potential long. Potential long on this would be over $95 for me. I'd like Sage on a long over $95, and I'll look for a move up to $100. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of it. I'm going to recap here. I'm going to hop off. Got to get some of my stuff going here. So that's all I got for you this morning. So yeah, so FRTA doesn't look as good as it did initially. Probably going to break down. Roku probably going to dump out. KBSF is going to probably go pretty high today. It's probably going to squeeze out. There's a lot of momentum in there. Amos, you can never go wrong taking profits, bud. You can never go wrong. Like PCOM had amazing earnings. It's a good company. That's the reason why it jumped, because it is a good company. They make good money. That's why it actually jumped so high. Okay, so KBSF probably going to jump today. Probably plays to the long side and the short side. I'll be playing that for a good chunk of the day. I'll probably go long and I'll go short. What was the last one I just looked at? I don't even. I don't know. What was it? Okay, yeah. So KSS will be on potential short watch as well. Sarin Trader, usually stocks see resistance at every single whole dollar mark, right? So if it goes over 12, it'll see resistance at $13 maybe in pullback. Pullbacks can occur even in between those marks. So what you have to do is read the chart, look at the level 2. The level 2 will tell you a lot about it. And like Wealthy Creations just said, I mean, it's hard exactly to know where everything is going to stop out 100% of the time. WLL. Ooh, I like that. Okay, WLL, why did that gap up? I'm going to short that. No doubt in my mind. Yeah, hell yeah. I think. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I have no clue why that gapped up so high. Wait, hold on. Is that right? Let me look at this chart. Oh, come on. Stop being in peace. Yeah, why did that even happen? No reason for that. Okay, WLL. What are you doing, chart? Yeah, for real. WLL, unless you guys can find it, this is what I recommend doing, short sellers. Look at oh, it had a reverse split. Okay, I couldn't even, for some reason it's not showing up on my chart. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, I got it. Yeah, reverse split. Never mind. Thought we found a gold line. But anyways, so thought I found a gold mine. Well, anyways, so yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Stock splits, yeah, thanks for the comment. Yeah, no problem, guys. So once again, that's all I got for you guys today. If you want to go ahead and join into the free chat room, link is in the description below. Course is in the description below. Go ahead, follow the links. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Alrighty.